Hello, and welcome to Tryin Shit, the Bachelor cooking show. My name is Mathew Joki, and I'll be hosting this episode. My co-host, Mark Anthony Messiah, is not able to be here today, so I'll be taking the reins by myself. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the premise of Tryin Shit, basically is as follows. As a bachelor, you usually don't have a very well-stocked fridge, and you usually aren't planning ahead on what you're going to make the next day. So, I find that we fall into a little bit of a predicament where you got a lot of ingredients that don't really seem to match. And Tryin Shit, our dilemma is now trying to throw those ingredients together and make an edible product. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's a disaster. So at the end of each episode, we'll either tell you, try this shit, or that is just plain shit. So, follow me today and we'll see what we can make. So here, we have 3 extra large eggs, mayonnaise, whipped dressing, which is like a mayonnaise ripoff, butter, jam, vanilla icing, Frank's Red Hot, and an apple that has been in here for over a year. What else we got here? Dr. Pepper, cheese, there's some sort of salami in here, bread, one raisin muffin, cake, barbecue sauce, sour cream, baby spinach, I think this is iceberg lettuce, and Italian dressing. Alright, and now in the freezer, let's check that out. We've got lots of frozen bread. I don't know what that is. Potato and bacon pierogies. Cigars. And some frozen meats. Now, so since it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's about time for breakfast. So I figured that I could take these potato, bacon pierogies, mix them with the eggs and the cheese, the salami, and throw a little bit of sour cream on top of there to make that a Ukrainian omelet. So, yeah, let's get started on that now. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is turn your oven on to something modest, like medium, like a 5 or something like that. Now, you take a nice big block of butter, gouge out a huge chunk of it, something like that should do, and you toss it in the pan. Move that around, stir it up. Make sure you get your pan well greased. Next thing you want to do, grab your potato and bacon pierogies, open up like such. Just drop a few in there. You don't need too many. Six should be enough. So you're going to want to keep adjusting the heat so they don't burn on the outside and they're not freezing cold on the inside. So, go around like the 4 or 5 mark on your stove, depending on what, how hot it gets. And just keep moving them around and shit so that they don't stick. If you need, just keep adding more butter. More butter the better. That's the Ukrainian way. It makes them more Ukrainian if you add more butter. Now if you want to get fancy, and you're having trouble with the spatula, you can do the old flipperoo, like I like to do. Whoa! Sometimes you lose one and it goes on the floor, but whatever. Still good. Now while those are doing their thing, I'm going to chop up some cheese and some salami so we have it ready to throw in with the omelet. Now we don't have a grater, so you're just going to have to, use a knife and cut it up into fine little chunks. Now, while the pierogies are still cooking, we're going to grab this, all these, what's it called, this meat, salami. We're going to toss it in here with it. This way, it gets a chance to start cooking while the pierogies are still cooking. And take those out later, add them into our omelet. You're also going to want to turn it up a little bit just to get that seared outside of the pierogies and to cook those meat bits faster because I'm hungry now and I don't want to wait. Alright, I'm looking at this now, and maybe making an omelet out of this isn't so practical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these pierogies in half, make them a little smaller, more manageable, and I'm just going to crack an egg, crack 3 eggs, toss them in there, toss my cheese on top, and make a nice little pan scrambler. Now you got to add more butter, obviously, just to make it Ukrainian. Toss a big lump in there. Let that simmer up. Squeeze it half. Ja. Another one off the floor, still fine. Alright, looking good. So, crack our eggs. Little eggshell, never hurt anybody. Oh, that one just exploded. So much for that one. So we're going to toss our cheese in here. And scramble all that up. Turn it down a little bit. Grab a little bit of this, Frank's. Whoa! Shoot a little bit on there and cook it right in. Stir that up a little bit. Now that everything's pretty much cooked all the way through and it's smelling delicious, time to serve it up and see how it tastes. Now, it wouldn't be a Ukrainian Pan Scrambler without sour cream. So we're just going to toss a little bit of that on the side as a garnish. And now it's time to taste the fruits of our labor. I'm going to get some sour cream in there. Actually pretty good. All in all, I think we got actually quite a big success on our hands with this one. My verdict on this officially, try this shit. Thank you for joining us on Tryin Shit. My name is Mathew Joki. See you again soon. Really good.